host from Beta Short Hills, and today we're going to be experiencing a great episode of What Should I Get, featuring the KeySmart items. So it's Urban 21 by KeySmart. It's a great way to stay organized while you're on the go. Things that I love about the Urban 21 lineup, they are really like believers in a place for everything. Something that you'll see once we crack open these bags and kind of dissect them. So what I love about my Urban 21 backpack, it helps keep me organized because I tend to be a creative mess. I know where everything is until I don't know where everything is. So the KeySmart definitely helps keep me organized, making sure that I always have my charger, things on the go. So without further ado, let's start talking about their mainstay, which would be the Urban 21. So they have a tagline that says you don't have to be a CEO to commute like one. This definitely makes you feel like a boss. So we take it off this hook. What's nice about the Urban 21 backpack is that it has a nice slender profile. So whether you have a backpack that's completely full or not, it's not going to look saggy and like gross. Backpack fits a whole host of different silhouettes, easily adjusts, and then this strap can go across your torso. You can move it up or down, and then you can also expand this band to go all the way to the other side. So it's pretty much all about comfort and the style. Some really cool features of the Urban 21 would be the amount of thought that goes into design of the backpack itself. So on each of the, what I would call like the vulnerable points of a backpack, things that typically wear or that typically rip or wear, have these like paraloop stitching. So what's cool about the paraloop stitching is that it's the same type of stitch wear in parachutes. So if you can rely on this to jump out of a plane and land perfectly fine, your backpack is going to stay intact. The backpack itself has a material that pretty much withstands any types of like cuts or anything like that. So it's going to be borderline impossible for, say, I don't know, like a mugger or someone to like try to rip your backpack off by like slicing it with a knife or something or a sword or something. I don't know. Anyway, so it's going to look good. It's going to work right. It's not going to look old. You've got pockets, pockets, pockets everywhere. So you have a zip pocket here. This would be perfect for, you know, like a boarding pass if you're going to use it for traveling. Then you have a strap here. These straps are actually really cool. So once again, the paraloop stitching that you'll see at the crucial like points of the backpack. But with these straps, they're actually like magnetic. One side slides down, the other side slides up. And when you kind of let it go and you let this end touch the other, they magnetically just reconnect. So you don't have to worry about when you're closing your backpack, remembering, okay, this goes down, this goes up. It just kind of push it together and it does everything for you, which is like magic. The KeySmart in and of itself, like I said, pockets for everything. So we're gonna open up those two latches. Let me readjust this here so you guys can see that better. Perfect. So we're gonna open these up. And what's nice about this is that you have a pocket for your tile. So if you guys aren't familiar with tile, tile is a way to track your items via an app on your smart device. It is battery operated, batteries built inside. Essentially, you just press the button. When you need to find your phone, it'll chime your phone. And when you need to track down your items, your phone will be able to give you that like geotag of where it was last sunk, where it most likely is. It's a great way to find your things if you tend to misplace items. So it has a designated pocket for tile. Then you've got your mesh pocket in here. This would be great if you wanted to use this backpack as like a gym bag, just because it's a little bit more breathable. So you can have like boxing gloves or sneakers in there without a problem. And then here, this is a cool feature because it has a hard shell case. Now this hard shell case is super clutch for pretty much any of your delicate items that you tend to carry around, whether it's your phone, your sunglasses, what have you. What goes inside of that hard shell case is not going to be compromised if your backpack were to fall over. If anyone knows me well, I am a giant klutz in addition to being a creative mess. So the odds of something falling on my backpack or my backpack falling from a great height, extremely high for me. So that was a seller for me in and of itself. So cracking open this hard shell case, I'll show you some of the things I keep in here. So I've got my Shady Rays, fully protected. Mind you, I did just drop this onto a table, totally fine. I have my KeySmart keys, so it's a way to keep my keys organized. There's a wallet. I love keeping my wallet inside of this because each of the pockets are RFID protected, which means it's going to be fully protected from any type of nefarious tasks. People trying to scan your cards and, create their own credit card using your numbers. Fraudulent, but it happens. And then there's this back pocket in here, just additional storage. You can't have enough storage when it comes to staying organized, or at least trying to stay organized. So let me put my stuff back in here. This is like so intimate, looking through my bag. Okay, now we're gonna go into like the main pocket. Main pocket has this nice like red lining. You also see the back portion of that hard shell case. So it's not just protected on the front end, it's protected on the back end, which is ideal for what I'm about to show you next. So you have a neoprene sleeve. You have two of them technically. Let me readjust. You have two neoprene sleeves back in here, which is ideal if you want to carry around like a laptop. So I have a MacBook in here. This is a 13-inch. It fits totally comfortably inside. You could probably go all the way up to maybe like a 15.5-inch, 17 if you don't mind it coming up a little bit, having a little bit more of a lip. But yeah, totally comfortable there. You have an additional neoprene pocket if you have like an iPad Pro. I think those are like 13.5 inches or so. And then what I have in here are two organization sleeves. So each of these sleeves is unique, and I want to talk a little bit more about them in depth. So you have the grid. Oops, I put the grid down. So you have the grid sleeve. The grid is ideal for holding pretty much any small knickknacks that would fall to the bottom of your bag. So whether it's your sticky notes or like a backup battery for your phone, styluses, pens, charging cords, what have you. This also makes for a great holder. Makes for a great holder for like your iPad or any small like tablet or notebook that you want to store in here. I love my little grid organizer. And then there's also a second option, accessory, if you will, for the Urban 21, which will be the pocket organizer. So this is a little bit more traditional. You've got zip pockets here. It will help with any type of loose change, your charging cords, pens, pencils. Once again, you can store another iPad or so in there. I feel like digital age, people have multiple devices on them anyway. So it's a very useful tool for me, at least. So I always have my grid organizers in here. I actually want to show you guys what the down inside the backpack looks like. So it's a pretty deep backpack. Everything is spaced out, and you have a waterproof pocket down in here. That is ideal for the entire aesthetic of the backpack, to be honest. The Urban 21 is 100% water resistant, And there are 2 pockets that are completely waterproof. So you can keep all of your valuable items safe and stored and dry, whether you got caught in a torrential downpour or you got shoved into a pool. Okay. Pull zippers on here are nice and generous as far as like the loop size. I like that just because it makes it really easy to zip up and down, because I hate when backpacks or coats or pretty much anything with a zipper gets stuck. It gets frustrating and you have to like fight the fabric to open it up. This, you're good. Okay. I also wanted to show you, so we're gonna go over to the back end, because I think, like I said, there's a place for everything. I think the people who designed this backpack designed it really well, because you do have 2 pockets on the sides that you can use for like water bottles. You have your pockets on the back end. So what's unique about this is that there's a hex grid of like memory foam that allows for airflow so that you don't get those awkward, embarrassing sweat stains. There's no other way to say it, but like sweat stains from wearing a backpack in fluctuating temperatures, like in the summertime when it's 63 degrees in the morning, like it was today in New Jersey, and there is a high of, I think, 84, 85 degrees. So, you know, that's different. Also for like the fall weather too. So it'll avoid any type of like embarrassing sweat stains. You also have a security pocket back here. So this pocket is going to be obviously sitting right against your back. This is what I like to call like the ultimate defense mechanism against like a pickpocketer. So think of this as like the ideal backpack if you're going to Europe, or you need to have like cash or more sensitive like credentials, like your passport on you. You would just store it in here. And then this bottom portion of the backpack, this will act like the pass-through. So if you wanted to slide your backpack over the handle of your carry-on or of your check bag, you would be able to do that. Yeah. Another cool thing that I wanted to show you guys. So like I mentioned before, the Urban 21 is 100% water resistant. Sorry, I stumbled on that one. 100% water resistant, but they do have an accessory called the rain cover that makes it 100% waterproof. So the rain cover gets stored down in here. You can fish it out. And then you have an easy breezy way of protecting your items. So like I said, if you were to get caught up in a sudden hurricane down to poor monsoon, everything is protected, not just those 2 waterproof pockets. It has a nice taut elastic that goes all the way around the actual backpack itself. So then when you put it on, everything is protected. And you don't have to worry about the elastic eventually giving out. If you see how thick this elastic band is, it's like the ideal band that you'd want to have on like your fitted sheet when you're sleeping, so that your fitted sheet doesn't come off your mattress. Like this is the thickness of this band here. Yeah. And like I showed you before, I didn't tell you guys that I had a whole bunch of stuff in this backpack when I put it on earlier, but I really wanted to emphasize just how sleek and slender the profile is, even when it's completely stacked with items. Like I'm only 5'9". I weigh maybe, to be fully transparent, maybe like 155 pounds. And it looks like it's sitting completely flush to my back. It doesn't add like extra bulk to me. It's totally comfortable. Overall aesthetic of the backpack, it is like a charcoal gray, which I think is unisex. I think anyone can pull it off, honestly, and I really do love the red accents, just to add a pop of color and some flair. What's cool about Urban 21, not only do they do the backpack, they actually have a laptop bag. So let me snag that for you guys so you can see that. So our laptop bag Once again, concept, something has a place everywhere in this bag. It is also another item that has a special pocket for your tile. So when you crack open this bag, first things first that you're gonna notice is that it opens completely flat. What is ideal about this is that it's a TSA like checkpoint friendly bag, because you can have your laptop over here in one designated portion, everything else that you may store, like your chargers, your papers, whatever. On this side of the bag, lay it completely flat on the X-ray belt, and you don't have to take your laptop out of your bag anymore, which definitely cuts down on the amount of MacBooks and HPs that end up in lost and found. Because let's be honest, we all tend to panic towards the end of that conveyor belt as we're trying to shuffle our shoes back on. So it's just one less thing to think about. Inside of here still has all of the red accents, which we love, pop of color, pop of personality. You also have pockets specifically designed for like micro SD cards, SD cards. You can do like your business cards up here. Once again, that pocket for tile. And then there's that red accent is like a neoprene, but it's like a honeycombed neoprene. So each of them is like really densely packed in there, which will add for like a nice cushion. Yeah. Things I love about like staying as organized as possible is because I'm not a very naturally organized person. So when I find items that help me out, I try to share the knowledge or the wealth with others. Currently, the Urban 21 lineup, the items that I showed you, so the backpack, laptop, and the accessories, are only available in 4 beta locations. So that would be Beta Houston, Santa Monica, Short Hills, and Tyson's Corner. If you can, I totally invite you to stop in and check them out so that you can see this stuff in person, try it on. But aside from that, I want to thank you guys for tuning in for this episode of What Should I Get with me, your Monday host, Nafisha from Beta Short Hills. If you'd like to learn more about any of the items that we discussed today, or just to discover what else Beta has to offer, definitely go to beta.com, check us out. You can go to the product page for Urban 21 if you'd like to book a virtual appointment and talk to one of our beta testers so that you can have any and all questions answered by one of our knowledgeable beta testers. We also have free shipping for all online orders. So yeah, if you end up ordering online, you get to enjoy free shipping. Typically takes about 3 to 5 business days. But yeah, that's all I got. See you guys.